welcome to Flex Friday now. I just woke up and I would have done my hair, but are you Myron my bedhead hair? I woke up to a text message from Jessica Pethrus. She told me she'd put up her first full day eating, so I went straight from bed right over to my couch with my crazy hair so that I could watch her first full day eating. Now, if you haven't heard about Jessica Pethrus yet, there's her name right there. Bada boom. This is a girl that I'm really working closely with to try to grow her channel. She's basically one of my projects, and she's an HBB English girl with an accent who cooks, cleans, lifts, all that good stuff that you all look forward to. And anyways, you know, sometimes I take people who I see a lot of potential with, and I want to help them grow their YouTube because I can see that they have something that's really unique, that's really fun, that people are really going to gravitate towards, but I know how hard it is to get your name out there. So if you guys could go check out her channel, you don't have to subscribe unless you like it, but if you do like it and you want to see more content, please give my girl a subscribe, because me and her are going to work closely together in the future. You're going to see a lot of her, so you might as well, you know, be aware of who she is and what she's doing. Plus, I'm going to work with her pretty closely just to improve her channel's quality, her videos quality, and to make it something that's very palatable and enjoyable. Anyways, guys, are you Myron my new wall of supplement labels? This is what we're replacing the back of this wall with. We're going to do BTW designs and prototypes and whatnot over here, and then over here that we're going to take all our supplement stash labels and post them against the wall. So if you guys have any extra supplements that you have laying around, you want to send those labels to us, just send me a message. We'll figure it out. You guys can send them, and then you can know exactly which one is yours on the wall over there. Anyways, that's enough talking. Let's get started with Flex Friday with some food. LP. So I totally messed up. I was gonna show you guys what I ate for breakfast, but I made it and it just left my mind to record it. Anyways, what I had was my beef stroganoff that you guys see me eat all the time, the microwavable little lunch thing, which was 270 calories, and then I had a bagel with that, which was 310 calories. Now I'm gonna go train a client of mine, Andy, which is an awesome person that I train a couple times a week, and I'm gonna bring this apple with me so I can eat this while we're training, and then right afterwards I'm gonna head back, get LP, then we're gonna go hit chest and shoulders, and I'm gonna bring you ladies with me. I'll see you there.
Alright guys, to change it up a little bit, to switch it up, I did a reverse workout. Now when I say reverse workout, all I mean is that instead of doing the compounds and then the isolations, I did the isolation work first and then did the compounds. So what I did was about 6 sets of cable flies here, and I did them at all different angles. You know, I did some decline that you're seeing right here, did some flat, did some incline. You can see me kind of changing my grip and my positioning as I'm going, and all I'm trying to do is just propriocept myself to my pecs. I'm trying to feel out where my pecs are, how I need to angle my arm, my humerus bones to squeeze them and get a good contraction, just really trying to realize where they are in space, because doing these isolations beforehand, getting a good pump in there, allows you to think of how you're going to contract that muscle when you're doing the other exercises, so you're actually being more effective in your other exercises. Also, it kind of makes you check yourself. You know, you're gonna not be able to bench as much as you were benching when you're doing it fresh, so you kind of have to have a new perspective on your bench. Now, because I had just done those flies, I was a little bit fatigued, so I wanted to feel out how much weight I was going to use. This is my first warm-up set with 135 pounds on it, and really I'm just trying to get the form down before I put a little bit more weight on it. So now I'm slapping on them 2 plates. This is what I usually start my workouts with, and I'm usually able to do between 9 and 12 in my first set. I think that's 3 and 4, and remember, this is after fatiguing myself with flies. Now, this reverse workout idea isn't for everyone. I'd say it's more for people who are a little bit more seasoned in the gym, know what you're doing, because if you're fatiguing yourself and then trying to do heavy compounds, there's a good chance you're gonna get hurt. So if you don't have that form just locked in there, then it's gonna be real hard for you to do this. You know, pre-fatigue yourself and then try to do hard compounds like this. So this is my second working set, and this second one, you can see I definitely lost a lot of strength immediately after that first one. I think I got like 4, maybe 5, and I got scared because LP and everyone else, there was no spotters, so I was just on my own, trying not to die. And then I dropped down to 185. Also, how nice is LP's ass? Leave it in the comments below, friends. Now I did 185 pounds for the third set just because I couldn't handle that 2 plates anymore. I knew it, and it was stupid to even keep trying, so I knew I had to drop the weight, even though I don't like to go under 2 plates. You guys know that I love 2 plates, but I know that I have to get a good workout, and I want to get a good contraction while keeping good form. and that was the only way I could do it, is by dropping to 185. So then after that barbell, I went to some machines, and I just wanted to get, you know, a good amount of pump in without having to worry about the form. So this is it's sort of like a flat and incline. It's just a barely little bit of an incline isolateral bench, and I'm using 2 plates here, and it was very hard. This whole fatiguing yourself before you go to compounds thing is very, very difficult. Now I wanted to try something new, so I was doing some OHPs, and mind you, this is my second time doing it in the last 2 or 3 years, seriously, so my form is not perfect, but you'll see I'm trying not to use any hip drive or bouncing or anything. I'm trying to use it all through the upper torso, and 135 pounds is pretty weak compared to most of the other guys. You see like Matt Ogus hitting like 225 for like 8 or something, and I wimped out and only got 135 for like, I think like 6 or 7. But like I say, I don't often work my front delts because they're already getting worked in the chest workout, and you can see that because I already hit my chest in this workout, my front delts were just burnt. They were completely out of fuel, and they weren't able to you know, push heavy weight. So I actually had to drop from 135 down to, this is a quarter and a 10, so the 35s on each side, which makes this 115 pounds. And now if this wasn't already insulting enough, I then took off the 10, so now I'm just working with 95 pounds in the bar, which is pretty funny. You see all these, well, you guys can't see, but I see all these guys behind me, and they're all just staring at me because, you know, I'm kind of like the big new dude, so they're just like, what's this guy doing? And then they see me moving these weights, and they're probably just like, oh man, I can move so much more weight than that. Anyways, though, always use weight that allows you to have good form. Don't lift with your ego. Anyways, so I just hit one exercise for my front delts, and then I moved on. I wanted to hit my mid delts. So I've been really enjoying cable lateral raises, and those are pretty self-explanatory. You want to pull up with your elbow. You've seen me do those before. Now, this is something I don't often do. I was doing an upright cable row, and this is great because it keeps the tension constant as compared to using a barbell where you're kind of having momentum, and when you get to the top, that momentum and that tension is kind of released for just half a second. I really like these. Now, the weird thing was, okay, I went in on Saturday to get my blood taken, and I think she hit a nerve a little bit. She kind of inflamed the nerve. Now you see me looking at my arm after I dropped this weight. It's because for some reason where she hit, I can still feel it. It just lights up and it really hurts. You see me feeling it right there? It really, really hurts, and it was affecting my workout. When I was doing these lateral raises with the dumbbells, I was having to position my arms in such a way that it wouldn't pull on that little inflammation of my nerve because it was just firing up on everything. I'll tell you more about that in the end of the workout because during shrugs it was really hurting me. But I really, really, really enjoy dumbbell lateral raises. They're like one of my favorite shoulder exercises because once you figure out the form, once you figure out how you like to hit them, you can really get a good, solid, symmetrical pump. Now when I do dumbbell lateral raises, I always try to pull my elbows up and lead with my elbows instead of my hands. That way I can get a good solid contraction in the middle of my delt. And now I'm moving on to rear delts here with the rear delt machine or a reverse fly machine. This one is different than the ones I'm used to. The ones I'm used to have a little bit more range of motion, so this one kind of forces you to position your body in such a way that you have more range of motion, but it also made it more difficult to actually just do the exercise and contract with the same amount of weight that I'm used to. So I was actually using a little bit lighter of a weight, and I was getting even better of a pump. Whenever I have an exercise that is weird or I don't really like the form of, I force myself to get used to it and figure out how to do it, and then it ends up being one of my favorite things to do. Now I just got a bunch of sweat in my eyes. I don't know if you guys can relate with me, if you know them feels, but I sweat and it's so salty when it gets in my eye. It just like, it feels like someone's peeing into my eye, and I immediately have to put my shirt in it. But I always have like 4 more reps, so I do those 4 reps and just burn through it like salt in my eye, and then I stab my eye with some shirt, and hopefully it gets better. So to finish out my shoulder day, we did some shrugs on the hammer strength shrug machine. I was using 3 plates here, and this was just lighting up that little spot I was telling you about where the nurse took my blood. It was just, oh, so bad. So I was trying to hold the weight in such a weird way that I wouldn't like hit that nerve, but I'd still be able to contract right, and it was just really messing with me, and it was really making it a hard, you know, exercise to do. You see me just dying in pain right there.
That's one of them?
Like all sassy.
That sucks. Let me try mine.
So right there, and actually right here, you see us making fun of men's physique poses just a little bit because the whole thing is kind of comical. And yeah, I'm going to be competing in men's physique in 7 weeks on November 1st, but it's still pretty funny, and the way you have to pose up there is still pretty funny, so why not poke fun at it? Anyways, because it's Flex Friday, I like doing bodybuilding poses. I don't know, it's just what I truly love, and I I am still practicing men's physique poses so that I can get it right on stage. But it's just more fun to like do a bodybuilding pose down in a Flex Friday instead of just doing a bunch of hip turns and torso twists and smiles and, you know, all that good stuff. Anyways, if you guys haven't checked out my brother's channel, I'd really appreciate you if you check that out. Yes, this is a double shout out video. Anyways, suck it. Lanky Progress TV. He's actually my blood brother. He really is my brother. I know he doesn't look like it, but he's been working his ass off for the last year and a half doing exactly what, you know, I've been telling him and what he's researched and stuff. He's made a ton of progress. I'd appreciate if you guys would check his YouTube channel out.
Having 150 calories of these jelly beans from my post-workout, then 15 minutes doing the stairs, and then home to eat the post-workout meal. Look how majestic you are. Ooh, you're a beautiful woman, Jacoby Freeman. You're a beautiful woman, hashtag Jacoby Freeman. Alright guys, so, just got back. Ooh, we can focus. Just got back from chest. His shoulders, annihilated it, as always. You know, bro, annihilated it. LP's right here making his post-workout, which is
brown rice.
Ooh.
Chopped up turkey dogs.
Chopped up wieners.
And a whole 1 egg.
So just wieners, rice, and egg, and some ketchup, which is pretty juicy. And then a lot of you guys have just started following me, so you don't know about this. But a little trick that I do is I like to cook. Okay, that's really high. This is actually supposed to be at 280 or 285, something like that. And I put it at that degrees. I put some chicken thighs. Whoa, smoky. I put some chicken thighs and I put some potatoes in there, and I just let them in there for the entire hour and 15 minutes it takes me to work out. And then when I get home, all these beautiful juicy things is just waiting for me to eat. So it's a perfect post-workout meal. And a lot of you guys are like, oh, you're gonna burn your house down. Well, just don't be dumb. Don't leave flammable things next to your oven, and you won't do that. I'm gonna eat this. Alright guys, so this is the final product. What I do before I put these potatoes in the oven is that I slice them vertically, so that when they come out of the oven, you can just really easily peel them apart. No problem, you can just eat them like giant man chips. And then I got the chicken thighs here, and I haven't peeled the skin off yet, but the chicken skin is not going to be used in this party. Alright guys, before I wrap this Flex Friday up, I wanted to talk about the fact that the expo for the Olympia is in 8 days from now. Yeah, 8 days from now. So in 8 days, we're going to be at the Olympia on the 19th and the 20th, so the Friday and the Saturday of the expo. You can say hi to me and LP. If you see us, please run up and be like, hello. We're gonna be stoked to talk to you. It's pretty much the reason we're going, so we can meet some of you guys. Also, it's gonna be great to meet some of my fellow YouTubians, you know, Max Tuning, Chelsea Lifts, Nick Wright, all these other people. If we can, I'll try to get some lifting footage in, but we'll see about that. And also my birthday, this is another really cool thing. My birthday is in 12 days. On the 23rd, I will be 22 years old. And also a special limited release of Beyond the Week tanks and V-necks in the style that I really chose for myself. The style that I liked, I thought would be great to release for my birthday. So there's only gonna be 22 prints of the V-neck, 22 prints of the tank, and that's divided between all the sizes. So there's really only gonna be like 4 or 5 for each size. So it's gonna be really cool. And what we're doing is we're waiting for the shirts to get here. They should have been here today or tomorrow, but for some reason they're delayed. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I'm gonna contact them and hopefully we can get them in, but we're gonna try to get all that done and ready before we leave to the Olympia, and you guys will be able to order them for the rest of the month. And then from that point on, you know, as soon as they sell out, that's the last time you're ever gonna see those ones again. The last thing I wanted to say is thank you guys so much for your support. Yesterday when I put up that whispering comedy video, I wasn't really feeling it. I was kind of like embarrassed that I was putting it up. I felt like I was cheating you guys. I wasn't giving you the quality that I need to give you for all the support that you give me back. So I was like, oh man, I really hope they aren't mad at me. I hope they don't hate the fact that this video is not that good. But then an overwhelming response of people saying that this is like the funniest video that they've ever seen, and you know, they thought this was one of the best videos that I've made for my comedy. And I was like, wow, I guess, you know, I guess I have such great people that support me, you know. Whether or not I can see that a video is gonna be funny, it's funny to you guys, so I appreciate that you guys leave comments and let me know that kind of stuff, because sometimes you're just not really sure, you know. You make all these videos and you're not really sure. So anyways, thank you guys so much for all that support on that video. If you have any video ideas, please let me know them. I love hearing ideas from you guys, because if they're from you, then I can blame it on you if everyone hates it. Huh? Team Beyond the Week, lift heavier, die MIRIN. Thank you for checking out Flex Friday. I will see you all tomorrow.